Okay, I'm headed to the highest point in Berks County, Pennsylvania. We are on the Appalachian Trail. So behind me is Maine, and ahead of us is Georgia. So from Maine to Georgia on the Appalachian Trail. But we're not going that far today. We got about a just under 2-mile hike in. But I'm joined by a guest. I'd like to introduce yourself, please.
I'm David Venables, European Director of an organisation called the American Hardwood Export Council. And our job is to talk about these amazing timbers that are in these forests to markets around the world. I do it in Europe, but I happen to come from 5 generations in the hardwood business, so I understand it's a long-term game, and I've spent most of my working life working with sawmills and industries over here. And
what are some of the Pennsylvania species you're familiar with from industry overseas?
Well, the industry guys, I mean, they love black cherry. The black cherry was something that a few years ago, well, I suppose 15-20 years ago now, was one of the most used species in Europe decoratively. Unfortunately, at the moment, the fashions have changed, but we're using red oak, we're using white oak, maples. I think there's more species we could use. We've perhaps narrowed what we use, which is a great shame, because what we do in our communication, particularly with architects and designers, is we promote what nature is producing. They're used to materials you can pre-order.
Sure.
You can't pre-order these materials. You've got to work with what's there. And we've learnt on this trip that, cherry regeneration is now being affected, actually, because of cleaner air, believe it or not, whereas other species are benefiting. So it's the resilience and dynamics of the forest which is so interesting, and we're here to make a film. We've been doing that all week, and yeah, it's a pleasure also to have a day walking in the woods.
Well, I'm glad you joined us today.
Thank you.
All right, so we're about a quarter mile in the woods, and it's the site of Fort Detrick Snyder, a lookout post to warn of the approach of enemies during the French and Indian War. As we're hiking the Appalachian Trail to the high point of Berks County, we're joined by Ethan Weader today, my nephew. And Ethan, you're currently studying what and where?
Studying forest technology at Penn Tech on their Forestry campus. It's a great program so far.
Curious, like with you personally being a younger person, like what's your perspective on the industry of forestry? Is it something that you get the gut feeling there's a good amount of opportunity for you, or do you feel like the jobs aren't there? Or
I think there's going to be a lot of jobs that open up kind of it needs to become more renewable, our harvesting practices and things like that. So I think there'll be a lot of jobs coming up revolving around sustainability, those sorts of things.
Excellent. Do you currently see yourself going more industry like that, or do you see yourself going more like academic, where you're studying it, or even like regulatory, work for a state agency? Like what interests you?
I'm not sure yet.
That makes you normal.
Not sure yet.
You're allowed to be not sure. So we got a really unique red oak here. Look at this burl at the base. This thing is like 5 feet in diameter. It's just beautiful, beautiful burl. Really special. All right, please introduce yourself and tell us what brings you on our hike today.
Hi, so I'm Ellen. I'm with AHEC, the American Hardwood Export Council. And we're here in Pennsylvania. We've been travelling around shooting for an upcoming documentary we've got going on, which we want to tell the story of the forests, and the amazing resource that they are, and what they provide for the communities. And we've met some amazing people, including Van here, and he's taking us on, what do you call it, your walk in Penn's woods.
Yeah.
Today to climb one of the trees.
Wonderful. I should probably elaborate on that. So October 1st is Walk in Penn's Woods Day, and it's an initiative. I honestly couldn't tell you who started it. I just know that it was brought to my attention through my friends at the Keystone Wood Products Association. My friend Stephanie, I think, was the first to put up my radar. And the idea is get people out in the woods in every county of the state. So there's dozens of these hikes going on today. And it's just a nice way of celebrating the forest. So this is our group hike here in Berks County. We're actually right on the border. On my left side is Berks County. On my right side is Schuylkill County. And my wife and I used to live not even a mile and a half behind me at the base of this mountain, a little town called Summit Station. So it's pretty cool to be back in my old stomping grounds. All right, I'm gonna ask my friend Matt, and introduce yourself and what brings you here today.
My name's Matt Smith, and I'm here for the Walk in the Woods Day and to do a climb with Van here.
Yeah, so Matt and I actually met at Smoke Country Jam Bluegrass Festival. They asked me to do a workshop, which they ask me every year to do a workshop. And I think they were expecting me to say, sure, on songwriting or on guitar. But this year I said, let's do a workshop on tree climbing. And Matt was nice enough to come up and introduce himself the night before. And he's like, hey, I'm an arborist as well. Can I join you? And Matt's actually the guy that taught me how to use SRT climbing method. So I have Matt to thank for this. So since we're kind of in his backyard, you're from the Harrisburg area?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
I reached out and I said, let's do another climb together. So honored to be joined by you, buddy.
Yeah, I was really excited to do it, so yeah, this is awesome.
How many years you been climbing?
14 years.
Okay.
You had a good weekend.
You working tomorrow?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder how many guys climb on their day off, you know?
Yeah, not a lot, not for free anyhow. But this is just something I was looking forward to. It's been on my calendar for a long time now. So.
Oh, that's great. Well, we got a nice day for it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We made it. We are on the top of Blue Mountain. And Blue Mountain, this little rocky outcrop, is the highest point in Berks County. I would say keep an eye out for snakes, friends.
Heck yeah.
If we're really lucky, we'll see one. You got a sign, highest point in Berks County, and there's a mailbox where you can put your comments.
If you see me running off, it's because I saw a snake.
Are you not a snake fan? What a cool rocky outcrop. I thought maybe I'd find something in the sun, but
Yeah.
going up. See you up there, brother.
See you there.
Have we identified the tree yet as a red or a black? Coming down. It's all right. Well, it's like I can see all the tree tops, but I can't see past them. So it kind of looks like we're at the edge of the world. There's a really tall hemlock over there. It's kind of cool. So we got a really beautiful hemlock out here. We got my friend Matt coming up here. He's the fastest man in the trees. Welcome to the high point of Berks County.
Pretty cool, thank you. Glad to be here.
And we're joined by Ellen and David and Ethan on the ground. How about what's substantial is like this tree we climbed is like the thickest diameter tree around. There's like nobody else in this ballpark. Yep. Everything else is pretty scraggly. You know, a lot of birch, some red maple, some chestnut oak, and then this beautiful red oak is just like the king of the forest up here. So we can't quite see over the treetops, but it's like, it feels like the edge of the world right here. It's like right over there is Schuylkill County. And I mean like 300 feet that way is Schuylkill County. And then as this drops off into the beautiful Lehigh Valley of Berks County, behind me. He's got a higher view than me.
Yeah, a little bit. Some other tall oaks around, but that's about it. Coming at you for a second here. Yeah, this rope angle is tougher than I thought. Always is. The sassafras up here.
Yeah, my rope's in a sassafras.
Oh yeah, this is definitely going to be harder than I expected. My watch thinks I took a hard fall and wants to know if I need to call 911.
That's a nice feature.
Yeah. Thanks for looking out, Apple.
Well done, man.
Wasn't easy, but thank you.
Now that's a tree climber.
That's tree surgeon stuff.
Wow.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, you got inches to spare. Well done.
That was fun. Thanks.
That was really cool to watch, man.
Thanks. That was a lot of fun.
What a great day. All right, climb number 27 is down, and we're hiking back out to our vehicles using the Appalachian Trail. And I think my reflection on today's climb was simply a good reminder that, you know, this is our backyard, it's our Pennsylvania home, and we think of it very locally as ours, right? But my guests today, David and Ellen, coming from England and discussing the demand and use of Pennsylvania hardwoods all over the world, was just a wonderful reminder that these beautiful trees, this natural resource that we are the caretakers of, is a commodity that is valued all around the world. This is not just a local thing. Pennsylvania black cherry, red oak, black walnut, all these lumbers are just highly prized. David was telling me too that the tulip poplar can be used in these incredible engineered veneer building beams that can make skyscrapers. You know, just the things that are taking place with our wood is just very cool. So I think that's my reflection for today, is just a reminder that yes, we live locally and we manage these forests locally, but we are part of a global system of forest products. And I think that's my reflection for today.